Please subscribe if you like what you see, and please subscribe if you don't like what you see. Do it for Sabbath. SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. Dr. FUKK here again on the Eternal Idol channel, the original channel that I started here. And this week, or this episode, because I'm putting up a couple a week, I'm going to put Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon versus Eternal Idols. Now, somebody said, hey, why don't you do Bark at the Moon versus Born Again? But the tracks just don't add up, man. And I don't want to like put the Dark and Stonehenge against actual songs. And this one has 9 tracks, this one has 8. But what I'm going to do is I'm taking out Scarlet Pimpernel. Actually, I love it. It's great, but it's an instrumental, and I don't want to like go song against song, so that makes it even, okay? And if you know, there are bonus tracks that I can talk about, but let's just stick with the album. I know some of this is I'm bending the rules a little bit, but I just can't put Born Again against. Well, I don't know. I'll have to check other albums. Is there any other album that has very little tracks like that album? I'll tell you this right now. I like Born Again more than Bark at the Moon. And I like Eternal Idols more than Bark at the Moon too. But we're going to go track by track here and see which one's better. Because sometimes, if you've been looking at my track by track on my other channels as well as this channel, a couple albums so far that I don't like as much won. So let's see if this one is. And by the way, the other channels are the Dr. FUKK channel, where I just combine a bunch of bands, and then there's another one that's Almost Human, that's nothing but Kiss. So the Dr. FUKK channel is for bands that are not Kiss or Black Sabbath. This one's strictly Black Sabbath and Black Sabbath related. So let's go with we'll start with Bark at the Moon since it came out first. I figured I'd throw in a Tony Martin album. Oh, and by the way, somebody asked me to put Headless Cross versus Tire. Again, way many songs on Tire, not as many as Headless Cross. If you're going to suggest something, please make sure they have the same amount of tracks and no instrumentals and stuff, because I don't like to put instrumentals against actual songs, which I probably will in the future if they match up perfectly with the instrumental. Enough of the jibber jabber. Alright, Bark at the Moon, the title track versus The Shining. You know, they're both fucking awesome. And I'll even say, I like the Bark at the Moon, I like Bark at the Moon solo more, but The Shining, I think I like it more of the song. So I'm going to give one to Eternal Idols right there. Alright, next track, Ancient Warrior against You're No Different. You're No Different is a great track, a deep track. Even though it ended up on like some greatest hits or something, I think the Ozman Comet or something. Never played live, and I consider it a deep track. Ancient Warrior is a deeper track though, and it's a better track, in my opinion. I also think that Eternal Idols is the most underrated album of all Black Sabbath albums, and yes, I like it more than Headless Cross. Alright, so another one for Eternal Idols. Alright, track 3, Now You See It, Now You Don't versus Hard Life to Love. Now, I know Hard Life to Love, I didn't give it that great of a review when I did this album, but that was like 8 years ago. I feel different now. I really like that song. So, I'm going to go with You're No Different. Now You See It. That song rips. So, one for Bark at the Moon finally. There you go. Rock and Roll Rebel versus Glory Ride. You know what? I'm going to have to flip a coin on that one because I think they're pretty much tied. I really do. They're both amazing and they're tied. So I'm going to have to flip a coin on this one. Heads for Rock and Roll Rebel. Tails for Glory Ride. Heads. Rock and Roll Rebel. Alright. They're tied, really. Alright, 2. Now, oh, it's a tie. So far, 2 for 2. Alright, now we flip the album over to Center of Eternity, Born to Lose. Again, Born to Lose, I didn't give it that great of a review, but it's grown on me a little bit more, not much. But Center of Eternity, am I pronouncing it right? I think it was called something else, like Sanchara of Eternity. And I think it was called Forever somewhere else. But either way, I'm going with that one. Another one for Bark of the Moon. It's in the lead. All right, So Tired versus Nightmare. All right, now, I love So Tired. It's such a great ballad, and I know my co-host hates it. Yeah, I'm sure some of you guys out there hate it too. I don't. I really like that song, and but you know, I'm gonna go with Nightmare. Nightmare rules. I like Nightmare more, and it's the only song on this album to feature Ray Gillen. On, you know, they kept someone laughing on the demos, so I'm gonna go with Nightmare. And by the way, I do have this right here, the deluxe edition of Eternal Idol, and you know, there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, the Ray Gillen demos, they're incredible." They are, I admit it. But what Tony Martin did was pretty much what Ray Gillen did. He pretty much got him. I like Ray Gillen more as a singer, but if I'm going to listen to this, I enjoy the Tony Martin version more because it just sounds better. I know, you know, these are demos and not supposed to sound as good, but shit, I've owned those demos forever, and I was hoping this deluxe edition would have better sound. You know, they clean up the demos a bit. They didn't, so it's not bad. It's awesome to have, and I do listen to it from time to time, but I prefer the Tony Martin era. And I gave Nightmare the vote. All right, so then we're gonna skip Scarlet Pimpernel and go with Slow Down versus Lost Forever. If you guys saw my review of Bark of the Moon, you know I didn't like Slow Down. And my opinion hasn't changed. I just don't like that song. I don't like the vocal melody. It's just annoying. Music's cool, but Lost Forever fucking rules. Heavy as fuck. Killer. Alright, so another one for Eternal Idols. So, okay. Now we're going to the last track. Waiting for Darkness versus Eternal Idol. This is extremely difficult because they are both amazing, but I'm not going to have to flip a coin this time because I do know which one I like more. Just a little teensy bit more, and that is Waiting for Darkness. What an amazing song. I love that riff that Jake does. It's so kick-ass. Definitely got to give it to that one. Well, what do you know? It's a dead tie. Eternal got 4, Bark got 4. Alright, you know, I could break the tie because there is a bonus track here. Or is there? Oh, there's 2 bonus tracks. Let's go for it. Shit. Alright. Just to make it fair, it is a tie. But looking at these bonus tracks, I know what's going to win. Pretty sure. Black Moon, which is pretty much my favorite track off of Headless Cross. This is the demo version, right? No, it's a B-side. And against Spiders in the Night. A lot of people like Spiders in the Night. I don't. I never liked it. So, alright, let's give another one to Eternal. And then the last track is Some Kind of Woman. I think that's the one that sounds like Van Halen. Yeah, I know it does. I remember that one well. Against One Up the B-side. Definitely One Up the B-side. And it's still a tie. There you go, man. So we Bark of the Moon, even though I like this one more, as far as track listing going track 1 against track 1 and so on, it's a tie, even with bonus tracks. Thanks for watching. SHMACKEMAGOB. Till next time. Later. This video is brought to you by MiamiMetalMerchant.com for competitive prices. Check out MiamiMetalMerchant.com. Tell them Dr. Fuck sent you. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Dr. Fuck Show on ThatMetalStation.com. I'll be blasting the metal and talking crazy shit in between songs. And you can join the chat where there's a bunch of lunatics in there posting crazy pictures and talking about crazy shit. So 8 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday on ThatMetalStation.com. The Dr. Fuck Show. Hey, check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault. We're on SPREAKER, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. Check it out and subscribe.
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album versus Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Noggle, and sometimes this guy.
SHMACKEMAGOB!
Ralph VIERA is also on our network with the VIERA Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido, ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast, and the great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out RatSaladReview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.